ferg.JP.
What's good, Ferg? How are you, man?
What's good? What's good? Esco, how you doing?
What's something you wish people knew about you at a glance, man? Like, I know we know you're creative, but what's something you wish people knew about you?
Should at a glance, I think mostly approachable. I want people to understand that I'm a dude all about collaboration. Shoot, we work in so many different mediums that the one thing that I think that people don't know is that not one thing always looks exactly the same. So whether as we're building a set, we're building something for fashion, it's in music or even an event like we do. I'm approachable, we can work. I love different ideas that make cool, that kind of bridge gaps between things that shouldn't necessarily be together. So that kind of what gets me kind of excited. Shoot, my ad is ferg.JP, ferg.JP. So it's, you know, some of these social media platforms are different. So on Twitter, it's an underscore. On Instagram, it's a dot. TikTok, it's a dot. So you can find me at ferg.JP at all the things. If it's not that, try to underscore. But that's everywhere.
So getting into the music stuff, man, what's most important to you and the audience that watches your performance?
Man, that they can relate. Being relatable is very big for me. So I talk about a lot of things I love. I love like Japanese fashion. I love like cartoons and video games and things like that as well too. But at the end of the day, I like all these kind of things. So I like to tell this story about all the things that interest me into this beautiful sonic landscape. And I think it sounds great. I think it comes out great. We got a tour coming up with Azizi Gibson. Shout out my boy. You guys can catch me probably in your city. I'll come rock with you. And we're gonna be doing some stuff with White Do-Rag too, which is my event company. Bro, I went through so many artist names, man. Like, I really wanted it to be authentic. So my name right now is ferg.JP, and my name is Jonathan Ferguson. Everybody calls me Ferg. It started from on the basketball court. They used to call me J Ferg with the J Bird, just because if you pass me the ball when it's time to go, I'm probably gonna make that joint. So don't quote me on that. Sometimes we can get it. But the cool thing about it was I kept that name from my childhood. It always just stayed with me. And but when I first started rapping, my name was like Nimbus and things. I was really into Dragon Ball Z and things. I talked to some folks, you know, some people in the industry and things, and they were like, oh, you should do something a little more, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then I switched it, and I was Dewey Blanco for a little bit. And now I'm just kind of, you know, I wanted to be myself. I felt people were calling me Nimbus. I thought people were calling me Dewey or Blanco, and all cool names, but that's not me. Right. I wanted to be able to convey what I'm doing in my artistic life, in my sonic life, and in my event life. And everybody calls me Ferg, so we just stayed with that.
Love that. And at what point did you decide to take music, you know, seriously, you'd say?
Shoot, man, it's probably two moments. My boy who made beats, this guy Kieran, shout out my boy. I got him tatted on my arm, but he passed away. But he introduced me to like this crazy world of like beats and whatnot. So he always used to just rap and just play around with like just freestyling and things. And when he passed away, it kind of like made me like, damn. How can I keep my boy's dream alive and do some cool stuff? So I started making music, linked with my boy Hunnit, shout out my boy Hunnit Hobbs. We started making music when I went to Morgan State University. We both decided to start rapping around then. His stuff just started going crazy. He's on Two Dope Boys, like Ill Roots and all these crazy blogs. And I'm sitting there like kind of creating the strategy and direction on what we're doing. He's like the J at the time, I'm like the Dame, but we would always just collaborate, just go off of each other. And so that was the two moments that like were really pivot on how I did. And since then I've just been working and collaborating with a bunch of different artists, people in my camp and people outside of it. And just making some beautiful fucking art.
What artists would you say helped influence you as you were growing up?
Man, when I'm growing up,
what was you bumping?
It's so funny. I didn't even smoke back then, but Afro Man. I used to play Afro Man out when I was younger, like because I got high. Like I just love the playfulness in like that music and how he was able to get a Grammy, or like I think he was nominated for a Grammy for that song or something random, because that song was in the Jay and Silent Bob soundtrack. So he really got a crazy thing. So I loved Afro Man. I'm a big Kanye fan. MF Doom, love Doom. I got him tatted. Yeah, I got the Doom tat. My boy Kieran put me on a Doom years and years ago. So it's all over. I like a bunch of different artists, but I just thought that the most like crazy one is Afro Man, because like he was just different. It was just really cool. So yeah, MF Doom is my favorite rapper. If I had to do my top 5 right now, people would be like, "What? That's your top 5, bro?"
I
Like,
haven't heard someone bring him up in a while.
Oh yeah, man. Rest in peace to the God, man. Of course, you got to.
No bullshit.
I got an album coming out already. I'm working on with my boy Javon. Shout out Javon Graham, phenomenal engineer. Producers on this album are Ivani Moore. I got J-Rob from Selection on that joint. I got my boy Killer Hurt. Shout out to him. Damn, I got a really good group of people. So my album is called I Don't Want to Be Cute, I Want to Be Ghetto. And the idea of this album was, you know, a lot of times we smile and things, and we do things in the face and whatnot, but sometimes there's a time and place to keep it cute, and there's a time and place to actually be serious. And that kind of was a duality of what I wanted to create with these songs. So the beats are like really this jumpy, like happy-go-lucky sound, but then the lyrics are like this abrasive kind of feeling that really sounds cool, and they sound great sonically together. So
Dope,
I'm excited for everybody to hear that.
I'm excited too, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, let's talk about the move from the DMV. You know, how was that for you, and how long ago did you move out to LA?
I moved to LA in 2018, and I believe it was February. I moved to the Valley at first. I was living in Pacoima, but before that, I was living and stomping around in New York a lot.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I lived in New York for 3-4 years as well too, right before this. So after I graduated from Morgan State University, go Bears and shit. After I graduated from there, I moved to New York, was staying with my grandmother. And shoot, I just started meeting all these people. I was having meetings at like Complex and things. My boy Dizzy was setting it up, and we were like just talking about all these crazy like concepts and things that I wanted to bring to life, building with my event brand. And at that time, I wanted to like just build this world of just elusiveness, but like how we can come in and like get the culture's biggest influencers and put them into this one space and kind of make this beautiful battle and beautiful sound of music for real. So I lived in New York, but I moved here in 2018. I've been living here since then. I go back and forth to DMV a lot. That's where I'm from, Burtonsville, Maryland. Repping Silver Spring, Burtonsville, Maryland. They kind of are close to each other. So if you don't know where Burtonsville is, Silver Spring is right there. It's like on the nook of it. So yeah, you can catch me out there too.
Love that, man. And so we noticed that outside of music, you also do a few other things, like you know, you run a white do-rag.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know what that is, could you tell us a little something about what white do-rag is?
Yeah, definitely. So White Durag is like a socioeconomic project that me and my partner started. Shout out my boy Marcus Perkins, Major Perks. We started this, and I got to tell the story of how we started it because it's just the funniest thing in the world. So Marcus is a jokester. So one day he was just like, "Hey Mo, I want to have a white durag party for my birthday. We all gonna dress like Jagged Edge and Jodeci and wear jerseys and shit." And I busted out laughing, and I was like, "Bro, you're an idiot, son." But I said, "Do it on Christmas, and it might be a stop." So he said, "That's a good idea." So we did a Christmas party, and we put like 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Memphis Bleak on this flyer. We dropped no address, and we just said White Durag Christmas Party, and it went viral. It went viral. So like people were asking me, and like on Twitter and things were like, "Yo, where is this at? Where is this gonna be? Is this in Fayetteville, North Carolina? This in Brooklyn? This in Miami? This in Dade County? Yo, this in ATL?" And I'm like, "No, this is in the suburbs of Maryland." Right. So from that moment, it showed me that we had not a local idea, but an idea that was on a global, at least international scale. At least it was domestic. So if it wasn't international, it was at least a domestic thing that could live over here, because the idea of White Durag is there's a white durag in every single bodega in America. So we're everywhere. So that was kind of the idea of how we wanted, what we wanted to build. That's
crazy.
Yeah, we want to be everywhere. The music is everywhere, our culture is everywhere, and that's the whole idea of what it is and what we kind of like try to build. We really admire the culture and want to like make sure we're respecting it. We never really lean too much on the memes of durag culture and whatnot, but we show that. We wanted to show like the white durags is like fire hydrants being on all day, kids playing in the water, a pit bull running down with a nice necklace on. Right. The music playing, somebody just on your steps just playing some cookout. That's the whole energy, and that's the whole ambiance that we wanted to build. A family, a community, just a crazy totem to the culture for real.
Love it, man. And you also do creative direction. And help people make their content.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, man, how do you apply, that creativeness into helping other people's vision come to life?
I try to think like a kid. I try to never try to limit my ideas. Like I try to look at what would my adolescent self do to attack this problem. A lot of times we get, as we get older, like we close up and we don't get open to like certain things and certain ideologies and how we want to see this. So I make it my mission to always talk from a very creative place, like as a young child. Because when I was young, I was doing crazy stuff. I was doing backflips into the creek. We had this big camera we used to just bring with us and just shoot movies and whatnot. So those kind of things, that was technically content when you're doing VHS back then, but they just changed the name of it. So when I'm doing creative direction for other people, I try to just, one, listen to their ideas, bring my adolescent self in there, and we collaborate. It's all about the collaboration between the artists and the curators, for real.
I love that answer, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ferg.JP out here.
Yes, we do.
You know, taking the interview, man, and I'm sure we'll see more of you very soon.
Hell yeah.
Last question. If we had to tell people, hey, check Ferg out, check this video out, what video would that be?
Right now, I ain't even gonna say that because my boy Esco gonna shoot it. So there's no video right now that I want to show y'all. Esco gonna shoot the video and it's gonna be fire. So that's what I want to say. So shout out Esco DMV, Javante, everybody, Breakthrough Media for just having me and just letting me tell my story for real.
Hey, let's get it, man. Thank you so much.
Of course, bro.
With that, we out of here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's go.
Eee.
Good luck, sir. That's that. That's a wrap.
Okay. Shorty in a Prada, my homie serving Prada. Goddamn, everybody know me. I'm so far from the old me. Shorty in a Prada, my homie serving Prada. Goddamn, everybody know me. I'm so far from the old me. You praying for patience, praying for class. Grab the wheel, baby, please don't crash. Nodding off, but I stay focused. Thanks for sleeping, I'm in my bag. Say goodbye, goodbye. Chopper gon' sing like la la la. I be in that bit with Prada on. Got a dark skin bitch like Charlemagne. Try different shit when we get inside the coupe. Had to put some gold in my tooth. You was super cool with the troops. Had to put it down with the crew. Had 100 bitches staring in the room. What you want get into? Throw 100 bands at events too. That's offensive, so eventful. I'm the sensei, get a sensu.